Hey everybody, this is Elias Knuckles from Wireless Insider, and today I have with me the brand new LG Optimus G, model number E973. See, it rhymes, so it has to be good. I'm going to go over with you the hardware, software of the device, the startup time, specifications, the camera, the browser test, YouTube test, and in the end, a quick summary of what I think about this device. Now, this is commonly referred to by some as the twin or very close sibling of the Nexus 4. There are some differences, so we're not going to really go into too depth in this video about that, but it is very similar on paper, to the Nexus 4. So, going on with that, let's open up this really cool looking box. And you can see all my fingerprints on there because I have played with this guy before. There's the device, so let's take him out on the side. And we're greeted with a little NFC tag here to help you experiment with the near-field communication that the device is capable of doing. Very cool. We have stereo headphones here. Can't really tell if it has multimedia controls on it, but I can see some silicone through there. Okay, whatever. There's the home charging brick and micro USB data cable. Okay, cool. As well as a really fancy looking SIM card ejection tool. Well, why would it need a SIM card ejection tool? Well, take a guess. Well, there's no battery. Where is it? It's built into it. It does have a 2100 milliamp hour battery. It's built into the device. It is not user removable. Moving on to that, let's just slowly segue into the hardware here. So taking a look at the device itself, let me clean this off. Ugh, disgusting. So in the front, you do have the proximity sensor, LED status indicator light, which is pretty cool. It fades in and out when it's charging, so yeah, it lets you know it is charging. It's 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. On the left, we have volume up and volume down with a cool little hump in between the two, so you can feel in your pocket where up and down is. On the right, we have a power and standby button. No physical camera button, micro USB charging port at the bottom, 3.5mm headphone jack at the top, and the back we have an 8 megapixel camera, and again capable of shooting 1080p video, LED flash, and of course it does have autofocus. The speaker is right there, nice and small. Hopefully that won't be an issue when holding the device. I guess normally you'd hold it like this, right where your middle finger would be on your right hand, I guess. So I hope that doesn't interfere with this. We'll find out. So let's go ahead and test and see how long it takes for this device to turn on. I just want to start off just by saying this is really, really heavy. It feels very solid in the hand. Does not feel cheap at all. Since there are no removable parts, therefore there's no space between the battery and the battery plate. It does feel very, very nice in the hand. Well, actually, that's good. Let me restart this. But yeah, it really, really does feel great in the hand. It feels like you can actually attack someone with it, which is awesome. So yeah, let's go on to see how long it takes for this guy to turn on. I'm going to power off and restart because I do want to test out how it is because the battery's internal. I can't do a battery pull. I'm going to test the timer with my phone, Galaxy S3. Let's wait for it to vibrate to indicate it's turning on. There we go. So while it's turning on, here's a spec. So we are talking about a quad-core 1.5 gigahertz processor beast here. It does have 2 gigabytes of RAM as well as 32 gigabytes of onboard storage. It is not user expandable, much like the Nexus 4. So there you have it. It does have a quad-core like the Nexus 4. So for some may consider that overkill, but this is actually pretty good for an Android device, I'll tell you that. It's 4.7 inch display, true HD IPS LCD display at 1280 by 768 pixels, and it is at 318 pixels per inch as the pixel density. Batteries already there, 200 milliamp hours, and it is running Android 404, which is Ice Cream Sandwich. It does have LG skin running on top of it, the Optimus UI version 3, so it is Ice Cream Sandwich with a skin on top of it. It will be updated to 4.1 in the near future. So for now, get this out of here. Here is the device itself. It did take about 18 seconds for it to turn on, which is pretty dandy. I should expect nothing less from a device with this much horsepower. At the bottom, you notice right away 3 capacitive touch buttons, which, much like Samsung devices, are invisible unless the phone is actually on or when you take it out of standby. So yeah, you do that by pressing the power button here. So yeah, I don't know why they do that. I guess they want to keep it with that cool, slick design. But in any case, there it is. If you unlock it, just swipe anywhere. There's a cool zoom in effect. And we're set. So when you go screen to screen, you cannot navigate. You can see a little slider down there. You can't loop in a circle. You can only hit a certain wall at the left or the right, which is fine. Let's go ahead and play with some live wallpapers here, just to test to see how responsive the device really is. Let's go to wallpapers, live wallpapers, and let's do, hey, I'm a fan of Nexus. Why not? Cool. And let's get out of here. Yeah. So, cool. Let's go screen to screen. All right, very responsive. You should expect it to be. I mean, there's a lot of power in the background here. Loading all the applications is nice and quick right after turning the phone on. These do loop from the beginning to the end, which is nice. And let's go back and forth between the home screens multiple times, see if you lose any frames per second. No, this is at least 30 frames and up. So that's very nice, very smooth. If you swipe from the top, you do have a lot of shortcut options. Airplane mode, Miracast, which is something to do with broadcasting over Wi-Fi, a hotspot, all these settings, data, NFC shortcuts to pretty much anything you need to, as well as a cool thing for quick memo where you can quickly, circle things and you can save them or just exit out of there. To exit icons, just click and drag them away. I have to say this does seem a lot smoother when you're using it, at least in the past few days, than my Galaxy S3. It has to do with the extra power it does pack behind the scenes. And what I do appreciate physically about the device is because it is, or the corners are more boxy in design. So you can see from the Galaxy S3, it's a little bit more curved. It seems like they actually compensated for that, and you can't accidentally touch the buttons if you are touching them on the sides, even in between. So some may think they're not sensitive enough. This is perfect, so when you're holding the device, you're not accidentally activating something. So if we go here, you see nothing's happening. But if I click right on the actual button, it does something. So I do really appreciate that. It gives you more control over the device, I guess. So, all right, so we go to the user interface real quickly. Let's go ahead and take a look at the camera. There's no physical buttons. You have to press the button here on the main screen. And it's turning on. When using this camera, I did realize that sometimes when it is autofocusing to take a picture, the flash is not active when it does that. So it won't find an item if it's very dark, if you have the flash, even if you have the flash on. So let's go take a look. Let's click at options, flash is on. It does have touch to focus, which is nice, but you notice when I do touch to focus, the flash does not activate. So when it's a really dark setting, it's not necessarily the smartest idea. You won't be able to focus into things unless, they are well lit, and then of course you can take a picture and the flash will then activate. Just a small thing there. It may not be a big deal for everybody, but I did notice that you do have certain options here in the camera, as well as voice activated shuttering. So I don't know, I've never tried this before. Let's go ahead and say whiskey. I love whiskey. Whiskey! Yeah, sure. Whiskey. So cool. Great for baby moments too, just in case, especially if you don't know if someone doesn't know how to use the camera. It's very simple to use with one hand because the buttons are a little hidden away. It is hard to activate them, so it's nice. You can give this to somebody, hey, take a picture. Hey, they see that button right there, they know exactly what they have to do to take that picture. You can access the gallery by going to the bottom right corner here, and let's see what I have here. This was taken in a fairly dark room. When autofocus works, it works very well. You can see a lot of details in these images. Very smooth when you're going from different screens here in the gallery, and you can zoom in quite a bit, and the quality is very nice there as well. So yeah, only gripe was if it's a poorly lit room, you may not have the best focus, but you do at least have a great camera. So yeah, that's working very well for it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the web browser. So let's use the embedded browser here that comes with the device, and let's go to, if it wants to. Great. And there's standard Android keyboard, nothing too crazy. Nothing really flying around here. Let's take a look if there's any other options here. Nothing really there. On that note, there's a lot of options here in the settings menu that is very similar to Samsung devices. You can control quite a few things. For example, the gestures or this quad-core control, which is really cool. You can dedicate power savings mode or if you need power on demand. But you can also customize how the device will react when you want certain things, like putting it on the table, or if you want to activate the display as long as you're looking at it. There's certain things here, frontline indication, even how the LED light will blink based on what task it's doing. So there's very similar things to what the Samsung Galaxy S3 or Samsung's UI can do on top of it, but you do notice right away there's a very white, very bright user interface. It's actually blinding my camera right now. So instead of it being dark, it's fairly bright. Just give a heads up in case you're not a little photosensitive or if you like a dark layout, but this does come with a bright one. So let's get back to the browser. Keyboard was very basic. Let's go to Techno Buffalo, and I love how that vibration is on that keyboard. Again, this is a very nice wide display at a 720p, so it's not too bad. That's the mobile version. So let's go here. Can you pinch to zoom? No, you cannot pinch to zoom. Let's go to the desktop view. This is on Wi-Fi. And it's loading. Still loading with a little bar up there. While it is loading, it is very fast when you're scrolling up and down. Great. And let's go ahead and pinch to zoom. Not as smooth as I would expect it to be. Oh, it's because it was still loading. And now it's done. Okay. So, oh, look at all this stuff that's animating. So now let's give it a shot. Let's try it now. It's fully loaded. Okay. Very smooth. As soon as we have a rendering error there. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, it must be a watermark. Yeah, they have a watermark at the top left corner. Okay. So, yeah, pinch to zoom is very quickly. Let's see what happens when I flick, scroll, or rotate. I rotated too quickly. But there you have it. You get the idea. Very nice. Let's pinch the zoom here. Yeah, it's pretty up there. That is probably a feature of their website. Just ignore that. So if you get up real close, of course, very easy. Very bright. This is on medium brightness. Of course, you can put it up much higher if you need to. But yes, and you can press back to get back to there. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and take a look at YouTube. Let's see the audio and video quality of this device. Let's go to Applications, load YouTube, and let's search for Avatar. Let's look at that good quality. Let's see what to expect. Avatar trailer. Man, this keyboard's nice to use. Very tactile, very nice to type on. It vibrates just while you type, so sure. And volume's on the left here with a little hump. And you can scroll.
I became a Marine for the hardship. Told myself I can pass any test a man can pass.
Oh, that note's very quick to rotate.
Was a single thing worth fighting for. Ladies and gentlemen.
Quality of production is actually very nice. You can change the aspect ratio. Okay.
You are on Pandora.
You should see your.
This is really cool. I love. You can't really see it too well on your end, but the quality is very nice of the video. 720 or 1080p. Audio is very nice, but again, if you're holding this a certain way, your finger might block the speaker down here, which causes a bit of muffling, as you can see. But that may not be a huge issue if you have a case on it, or if you're just a little mindful about it. But there you have it. It's very cool, very nice. Now, what can you take away from this review? I know there's a lot of stuff here, and there's a lot of things I can do, but the bottom line is you have a lot of power here, a lot of horsepower. I mean, you have pretty much one of the best phones in the market. It does have incredible support. At least here in Canada, we do have LTE. In some of the nations, you may have it as well. Actually, I'm sorry, this does have LTE. I'm thinking of the Nexus 4. Nexus 4 does not have LTE. It does in Canada, but this device has LTE anywhere you go, as well as HSDPA and the other bands as well. It's very nice, very fast. There's not really much you can do to slow it down because they just crammed as much as they possibly could in here. For you to fill the 2 gigs of memory and make use of the quad core, you'd have to be doing a lot of stuff. And rest assured, if you are trying to do that, I'm pretty sure your battery wouldn't last more than an hour. It's a lot of stuff. So yeah, on battery life, you can expect about 10 hours on average use. I've never really seen a device last more than 1 full business day. This is on average. Of course, it does depend on your usage, as well as how many accounts you have linked here. But it is a very powerful device, very capable, and very well thought out. From the very nice design with although some may deter that the removable battery is, a non-removable battery is a bad thing, it does allow for a very slim and a very, very sturdy feeling device. I love the way this feels, and I love the way it works. There's no rattling and there's no squeaking because it really seems like only one piece construction with cases on both of them and only 2 screws to get access to everything else. LG really has a winner here, I have to say. Even with their software running on top of it, it's a winner. So yeah, there you have it. It has everything you need from LTE to NFC. You have Wi-Fi in different frequencies and bands, and it's right there sitting for you. So if you'd have an option and you see this guy on sale, I would not mind to say, hey, go ahead and pick him up because he's more than capable for anything you want to throw at him. Again, this is Elias Planakos from Wireless Insider. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments section below, and give this video a like, and please subscribe if you like what you saw here today. Until next time, take care.